I recently painted a candle. I wanted it to be autumn themed, so I thought what better than to add some sunflowers. I chose pastel yellow as a background because I think it looks really pretty. Just to let you know, I do not burn any candles that I paint on using acrylic. They are purely for decoration purposes. That's because acrylic paint is not heat resistant, so please do not burn these candles. Instead, just put them in a candle holder. I'll show you at the end what I usually do when I finish painting them, and just use them as decor in your room or gift them to someone. But yeah, just to sort of like start off by saying that I do not recommend anyone burn them, because that's not safe and we don't want to be unsafe. So I went in and painted a sunflower. I mixed 2 shades of yellow and just used any brushes, any paint brushes you can get your hands on. I actually used gouache paint to paint these flowers, but I usually use acrylic. So I sort of alternate between the two. I just felt like my gouache paint had a bit more color selection. And then when I finished painting the sunflower, I added streaks of white because I felt like it was a nice way to add some highlights onto the sunflower. So yeah, like this. I thought, why not add a green stem too, to make it look like a complete sunflower, and some leaves as well. And then I went in with a lighter shade of green, just to again add a bit more of a highlight to the dark green. I feel like painting candles is such a therapeutic activity, but it's also such a nice way to gift people, like something handmade, like something you put so much love in and then just gift to like your loved ones. So I definitely recommend that you try this. I then went in and thought, why not paint some roses? I just picked a random shade of orange and then added some red in the middle. So the way I usually paint my roses is I start off with a medium color as the base, then I add a darker color around, and then finally I add some white, like so. And you sort of just swirl your brush around like this until you have a little rose. um yeah. Next up, I thought, let's do something different. And I just sort of painted whatever came to my mind. I thought, I don't really know what this flower is called, but I thought I'd add some highlights to it as well. And I think it looks quite cute. So you can follow this painting step by step how I'm doing it, or you can sort of paint your own flowers. Depends on what you want to do. I wanted to add a slightly bigger rose. I used like a nice peachy color and sort of did the same thing, went in with the red and then added the white at the end. So just go around in little swirls until it looks like a rose, like a more open rose, I'd say. And then when I finished doing the big rose, I just went around and added some small 5-petal flowers around the candle, just to make it look a bit more cooler. And then obviously it's an autumnal themed one, so I thought what better than to add some red foliage. Kind of looks like autumn. When I think of autumnal foliage and flowers, I think red, orange and yellow. So that was what I painted on the candle. Last, I did a random orange flower. Again, just did whatever came to my mind. And then added some highlights at the end. And yeah, that marks the end of my flower paintings on the candle. Yeah, just carried on actually after that with a few more roses. And these ones were like really light peach. I think they looked really cute, and added like a darker orange on top. I gave them leaves too because I didn't want to forget the little roses. Definitely wanted to add some leaves on them. And I think this is my final flower. The other one was not. I kind of got a bit passionate and just ended up painting so many flowers, but it was such a fun activity to do. So now I am nearing the end of this video. I really do recommend and encourage you to grab like a candlestick and some paint and just decorate it using whatever paintbrushes you have. You know, I'm pretty sure you might have some of these items already, but yeah, again, do not burn the candle, just leave it up for decoration. And yeah, I hope you have a go and let me know in the comments below how you get on and whether you enjoyed doing this activity.